What's going on, guys? Brenden Schaeffer, Fantasy Football, back here and ready for the start of the NFL season on Thursday night. Ravens at the Chiefs. And on Underdog Fantasy, we are going to be playing Pick'Em Entries all season long. So let's go ahead and get right into it and figure out what we want to do for Thursday night. And I'm proud to be partnering with Underdog Sports, my favorite place to play fantasy games all season long. You got to check out Pick'Em. That's what we'll be doing in this video. Easy to play. Just pick 2 to 8 stats of your favorite players, choose whether they will go higher or lower on those stats. If it sounds like fun, you can sign up with the promo code BSHAFE. It's right there on your screen to claim your free pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. We are absolutely pumped up for the start of NFL season on Underdog Fantasy. I can't wait to see your entries. You can DM me at BShafer12 on Twitter, or better yet, join the Discord, and in the fantasy football category, we are talking all about Underdog Fantasy as we go along here this NFL season. So let's go ahead and get into it. What's the entry going to be for Thursday night? Chiefs-Ravens. The Chiefs are hosting the Ravens. And I've got a few ideas for players that I think are going to have good games. So we're going to check out the board here. You can see this on Underdog. These are all the possibilities for the Baltimore-Kansas City game. I'm going to have a pick for both quarterbacks involved in this game. And it's not necessarily a pick that you would think for Patrick Mahomes. Maybe you would think about it for Lamar Jackson, but I like to make these types of picks. I want to go higher on both of the quarterback rushing totals, actually. 20.5 yards for Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to select higher, and I'm going to do the same on the rushing stat for Lamar Jackson, 49.5 rushing yards. I'm going to go higher on his stat as well. If you look at both these quarterbacks, especially toward the end of last season, you saw them running. You saw Mahomes running at the beginning of last season. Heck, these two teams just played in the AFC Championship game. Lamar Jackson ran for something like 54 yards. I just feel like Mahomes' total is too low. He's going to do what it takes to win this game. He doesn't want to start the season off on the wrong foot. And even though he's not a big-time rusher, I think he picks his spots, and he could grab 20.5 rushing yards in one play. We've seen that before. If the defense has a hole, he's going to be willing to take it. So that's going to be part of my entry, is just looking at both quarterbacks and saying, hey, higher on their rushing total in terms of the stat here posted at Underdog Fantasy. All right, moving along, even though I like Lamar Jackson to pick up some rushing yards in this game, I think Derrick Henry is who the Ravens are going to look at when they get closer to the goal line. And I can go higher than 0.5 rush plus receiving touchdowns for Derrick Henry. There's also something really cool here on Underdog that I don't know that many other fantasy sites do this, but there's something called vulture protection. You can protect your running back. It basically explains that, yeah, if someone who's not a designated running back scores the touchdown, well, you can end up with a refund. Vulture protection. Get your entry refunded and receive a promo if a vulture causes your entry to lose. All of it's explained here in the promo on Underdog Fantasy. Again, the link is in the video description below. You can sign up with promo code BSHAFE. But, yeah, man, this is going to be pretty interesting. It gives an example. Tony Pollard, higher than 0.5 rushing touchdowns, is a pick in your entry, and Tyjae Spears ends up scoring the rushing touchdown. Your entry will be vulture protected. If Pollard is the only losing selection on your entry, you receive a refund, and a special will appear in your lobby following the game. Eligible players, look at that, top of the list, Derrick Henry. So why not? I think Derrick Henry could absolutely be vultured by Lamar Jackson at the goal line, but if the rushing touchdown ends up going to Derrick Henry, well, that's pretty cool. And we're going to put that in our Pick'Em entry here. And then, man, how spicy do we want to get? Taylor Swift in attendance probably tonight. Travis Kelce, could we get him involved? Rashee Rice, no suspension for him. I want to go with my gut, though. I think they're going to find Xavier Worthy. I think they're going to try to find him. In 0.5 rush plus receiving touchdowns, I'm going to say higher, and that's a scorcher tab. 1.32x on the scorcher tab, and you can see the little chili pepper signs. That means it's a scorcher. That means it's going to be pretty exciting if you end up pulling this one off. I think Xavier Worthy ends up being somebody the Chiefs are going to look to. They want to prove a point, right? The too high safety look in the NFL, that kind of started all because of Patrick Mahomes and teams trying to figure out how to slow down the Kansas City offense. Well, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to have a weapon on his hands in the form of Xavier Worthy, and the Chiefs, after drafting him, I think they want to show it off. And look at this, the 30% boost. I can add that little rocket ship into my entry, and it makes it even spicier. So we are going to lock it in here on Underdog Fantasy. Our entry for the Thursday night opener. Very excited. We're in. We're good to go. Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, higher than their rushing yard amounts. Derrick Henry, higher than his receiving/rushing touchdown amounts. And we're going to say the same thing for Xavier Worthy. Can he find the end zone? There you go. That is our entry for tonight on Underdog Fantasy. Promo code is BShafe. The link is in the description to the video. Let's have some fun tonight on Underdog Fantasy. Let me know if you have questions in the comments for how to sign up. Appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you soon on the channel. Peace.